Jake Morrison was securing a fresh bandage around Petty Officer Chang's burned hand when the alert cut to the med bay. Not the shrill red klaxon of combat, but 3 sharp beeps followed by one long, ominous tone. Priority message from the command deck. He tied off the knot, gave Chang a quick pat. Keep it dry for 48 hours. You're good. Chang nodded and slipped out. Jake crossed to the wall panel. Morrison here. Jake, get to the bridge. Now. Amy Sullivan's voice, normally calm, cracked with urgency. Commander Carter wants you. He grabbed his jacket and jogged through the corridors of the Constellation, a mid-size exploration vessel humming with quiet routine. 3 minutes later, the bridge doors hissed open. Commander Ben Carter stood at the main view screen, arms crossed. Beside him was Dr. Lisa Grant, the xenobiologist, her face a mass of confusion. You wanted to see me, sir? Carter turned. We received a direct communique from the Krillian Royal Palace. They want a human medic. Not a doctor, not a scientist, a field medic. Immediately. Planet side. Jake blinked. Why me specifically? They won't say, only that it's urgent, high priority, and involves someone of extreme importance. Carter's eyes met his. That means the Queen, or close to her. Lisa stepped closer. We've had diplomatic contact for 3 months. Polite but guarded. Their tech is generations ahead. They've never asked for anything, until now. The Krillians were insectoid giants, 12-foot mantis beetles with gleaming chitin and compound eyes that missed nothing. First contact had been peaceful, but everyone knew if the Krillians wanted war, humanity wouldn't last a week. Carter continued. You're going down with a small team. Lisa for xenobiology, Amy on comms, Kevin Ross for security. Shuttle leaves in 20. Jake's stomach nodded. Sir, I've got basic alien bio training, but I've never treated a Krillian. Their physiology. I know, but they asked for a medic. Someone practical, hands-on, not theory. This could open doors or slam them shut. Pack heavy. 20 minutes later, the shuttle dropped toward Krillix Prime. Purple forests rolled beneath them like an alien sea. Crystalline spires rose like frozen lightning. Everything scaled for Titans. For armored Krillian guards met them on the landing pad. Their mandibles clicked. Translators rendered it crisp English. The human medic. Follow. The palace corridors were cathedrals. 30-foot ceilings, walls etched with glowing runes. Lisa whispered, This is sacred ground. Letting outsiders in means desperation. After 10 exhausting minutes, massive doors ground open. The throne chamber stretched into shadow. In the center, on a raised dais, sat Queen Zara. She was enormous. 40 feet of iridescent armor plating that shifted like oil on water. 6 pillar-thick legs, triangular head, eyes like black galaxies. Antenna curved gracefully back. Beside her stood High Mediator Vex, her personal physician, robe stiff with outrage. The Queen's voice boomed, yet carried exhaustion. You are the human medic. Jake swallowed. Jake Morrison, Your Majesty. How may I serve? A long pause. Vex's antenna twitched furiously. Then the Queen spoke words no one expected from the most powerful being in 3 systems. There's an itch between my dorsal plates. 3 weeks. It will not relent. My physicians have failed. I cannot reach it. Make it stop. Silence. Amy bit her lip to keep from laughing. Kevin's jaw dropped. Lisa's eyes widened. Jake blinked. The galactic superpower reduced to begging over an itch. But a patient was a patient. I'll do my best, Your Majesty. Vex exploded. This is blasphemy. Our nanosurgery, our molecular purifiers, useless. And you bring this primitive with his cloth strips. The Queen silenced him with a glance. Vex recoiled. Jake opened his kit, pulled a basic scanner. May I examine the area? She shifted, exposing her back. The ceremonial armor, newly fitted for human first contact, covered most of it, beautiful and heavy. Jake climbed a wheeled platform brought by attendants. Up close, her chitin gleamed like polished obsidian. Small gaps showed between plates. He spotted it almost immediately. Tiny crystalline flecks lodged in the seams. "Lisa, up here." She joined him. "Those crystals, they're new." Jake scraped samples. Lisa ran them through her portable analyzer. Minutes later, the ceremonial armor was cleaned with a new solvent, formulated to be human-friendly, odorless. It reacted with her natural secretions, forming these deposits. Every movement grind them against nerve clusters. The Queen's antenna stiffened. "A cleaning solution for politeness?" Jake met her gaze. "Yes, ma'am. We flush them out, apply a neutral anti-inflammatory. Relief in under an hour. Full fix needs the armor removed. Ritual, I understand, but this will stop the torment." Vex scoffed. "Impossible. The gaps are too narrow." Jake smiled faintly. "Give me 2 hours. I'll prove it." Back on the Constellation, the team improvised. Then surgical tubing, gentle pumps, a mild solvent Lisa vetted, human-grade anti-inflammatory gel deemed safe. 2 hours later, they returned. Jake threaded the tubes carefully into the gaps, flushed the channels. The Queen tensed, then exhaled a deep, relieved rumble. The itching fades. She moved, testing. Wings loosened. Posture eased. Vex stared at the residue in collection trays. "How?" "Sometimes," Jake said quietly, "you don't need a miracle. You just need to wash the wound." The Queen's voice softened. "Humans see the direct path. My people, we built complexity upon complexity. You reminded us simplicity can save." But the story wasn't over. 3 days later, during the sacred armor removal ritual, the priestesses uncovered weakened chitin, eroded by weeks of chemical reaction. The upcoming molt in 2 months could deform her permanently, or worse. Nobles erupted. Human meddling caused this. The Queen silenced them. The damage came from arrogance, not help. The humans eased my suffering when you could not. She turned to Jake. "Can you fix this?" He was honest. "I don't know enough alone. But together, your knowledge, our ingenuity, we might." 2 months of grueling collaboration followed. Labs became home. Vex transformed from skeptic to ally. They tested 17 scaffold formulas before inspiration struck. Thanks to Kevin's offhand story about a cracked turtle shell back on Earth. The breakthrough, a hybrid biomaterial that partially dissolved, partially integrated, strengthening the new shell. On Molt Day, in the dim chamber, they applied the patch. 3 tense days of monitoring. When Queen Zera emerged, her fresh carapace gleamed. Strong, flawless. The patch seamlessly part of her. She approached Jake. "You saved more than my comfort. You saved my reign." The alliance was formalized days later. Joint medical research, shared knowledge, medals all around. In a quiet moment, the Queen confided. Perhaps the itch was fate, a small suffering to forge something vast. Jake smiled. Sometimes the hardest problems have the simplest answers, and the greatest bridges start with the smallest acts. As the shuttle rose toward the Constellation, Jake watched the palace shrink. 1 itch, 1 fix. 2 people's forever change. Because when anyone, can't reach their own back, a good medic doesn't ask why. He just helps. And sometimes that's enough to change the stars.